What are you doing? What are you doing? You see I got to record, right? Oh, man. I'm not even editing that out, man. Anyway. Woke up not feeling good, man. I don't know what it is. I can't sleep anymore. I know you guys want my opinion on SmackDown Live. I know SmackDown Live finally had its WrestleMania build, or this is the first show where they can fully concentrate on WrestleMania build. Finally. Monday Night Raw has been doing it for a few weeks. They got most of their card fleshed out. I've been waiting for SmackDown to give us what they're going to give us at WrestleMania. We got 2 of those matches announced at Fastlane on Sunday. Nakamura Styles, Charlotte Asuka. I was waiting for WWE to give us more from the Blue Brand. And that's exactly what they did last night. Wasn't the greatest of shows. It wasn't a terrible show like we've been getting with SmackDown Live, but it did what it did to push forward towards WrestleMania. That doesn't mean that they're doing things right, because WWE can do things right and still do things wrong at the same time. I'm not really impressed with what's going on. I am impressed with Charlotte and Asuka. I will talk about that in a little bit. But I want to start the show off talking about AJ Styles and Shinsuke Nakamura. You guys know how I feel about Shinsuke Nakamura and AJ Styles. This is my real main event for WrestleMania 34 on April 8th. This should be main eventing over Brock Lesnar and Roman Reigns. I think that is a piss-poor main event, and I think WWE would actually be doing wrong if that's the main event. Just because of the fan backlash that program is receiving already, and the backlash that Roman Reigns has received for 4 years. We don't need to discuss this again. AJ Styles and Shinsuke Nakamura, to me, embodies what WrestleMania really is. It's 2 of the very best in this world going at it at the biggest wrestling event in the world. I can't explain it any better than that. You know, when we grew up watching wrestling, it was great champion versus great challenger. You know, it was 2 of the very best. You got the best in the company, who is your WWE champion, against the top guy there at that time. And that's what WrestleMania is, man. It's the showcase of immortals. And being that these 2 guys are heralded as 2 of the best in the world, in the industry, it doesn't get any bigger than that. It doesn't get any bigger than that. So how is WWE building towards this dream match, this super match at WrestleMania? We finally got some of the build last night. We finally got AJ Styles confronting Nakamura. We got Nakamura in front of AJ going toe-to-toe, microphone to microphone. And how does WWE build this up? They don't have anything. WWE doesn't have anything. All we got from AJ was that he's wanted this match for a very long time. And then Nakamura comes out and says what he says, and WWE has been feeding him this line, knee to face. Listen, I don't want to know only what you're going to do to AJ Styles at WrestleMania. I want to know why this match is important to you. I want Nakamura in the ring on the microphone to tell me, this is the reason why I came to WWE in the first place. This is exactly why I'm here. I've worked all my life. I've worked all my life in Japan to hopefully have an opportunity to come to the States, to come to the WWE, and challenge for their biggest prize in the company at their biggest event all year against the top guy in this company. And that is AJ Styles. And coincidentally, you and I have history. And I want AJ to retaliate. I want AJ to retaliate and say, yeah, we do have a history. I did not forget what happened in Japan. I've wanted this match for the sole reason of what happened in that match. I want to get you back. I want to relive that all over again. You know, you gave me the fight of my life a few years ago, and now it's come full circle, and now we're meeting on my show, my stage, for my championship. And I wish that they would go at least dip into the past just a little bit and give me some backstory with these two, instead of giving me the same old tired bullshit that we usually see with two baby faces. And it's usually resulted in WWE pairing them up in some fucking lame tag team match, or having one guy, normally the challenger, try and befriend the champion and try and protect him and back him up and pretend that he's for the champion and, you know, help him against attacks, 2-on-1, 3-on-1, like we seen last night on SmackDown Live. WWE is towing the line of unoriginality, and I don't like that for this feud, when they have a foundation just based on these guys' pasts. So why are you giving me Styles and Nakamura in the most unoriginal way possible? What you're seeing now is Styles attacked by Aiden English and Rusev. And then Nakamura is sitting at ringside. God forbid Nakamura was allowed on commentary. Now you know why Vince McMahon didn't allow him on commentary. But after the match, Rusev and Aiden English attacked AJ Styles. Shinsuke Nakamura gets up from the commentary desk, where he's just gingerly just sitting there watching AJ Styles go to work. 2-on-1 attack. Nakamura gets involved. He helps save AJ Styles. And then AJ Styles, later down the hallway after the match, he's like, I didn't need your help in the Fatal 5-Way, or the 6-pack challenge, rather, and I didn't need your help now. So what makes you think I need you now, after I just defended the WWE Championship in a 6-pack challenge against 5 other guys? It's the same old tired bullshit, and it's not original. You know? This story writes itself. Both of them came from the same place. And landed in the WWE almost at the same exact time. One main roster, the other in NXT. And now here they are at WrestleMania fighting over the WWE Championship. Nakamura won the Royal Rumble. AJ Styles, arguably the best wrestler in the world. You know, it's one of those things that is a conversation piece. Very opinionated topic on that. But he is the best in the WWE. They have the foundation there for two of the very best in the world. This is a showcase of who is truly the best. Build off their history instead of giving me, oh, we're going to tag these guys up and, you know, one's possibly going to betray the other, or they're going to get frustrated with one another and it's going to just boil over in their match at WrestleMania. That is lazy, creative writing. And I know WWE won't mention New Japan Pro Wrestling by name, but they have no problem dropping, you know, oh, AJ Styles is a former IWGP heavyweight champion, or Nakamura is a former IWGP this, or former IWGP that. You know? So what's the difference? They have a foundation and they refuse to acknowledge it. That's my problem with that. The opening of the show, seeing both of these guys face to face, and I wanted to enjoy it, but I knew from the get-go that WWE wasn't going to let these guys go the way that they should for a proper build. And this is the way SmackDown Live started off last night. Styles and Nakamura finally come face to face to build for their WWE Championship program at WrestleMania.
WrestleMania. Well, let me admit, I hadn't forgot where I came from, because it wasn't long ago where the rumblings of AJ Styles actually coming to WWE are pretty unbelievable. The fact that AJ Styles was WWE champion was unbelievable. And then the fact that AJ Styles is now going to WrestleMania as the WWE champion, yeah.
He did acknowledge it somewhat, but
unbelievable.
That
not
he's
impossible.
Surprised, and people, he kind of shut people up by coming here and doing this and being this successful. 4 weeks out for New Orleans on April 8th, and the man that will be standing across from me is probably the biggest Japanese superstars in WWE history, Shinsuke Nakamura.
This
Nakamura
is
getting
a
some
dream match.
boos.
We wanted it. I want to give it to you. I have the utmost respect for Shinsuke Nakamura because we have similar paths getting here to the WWE. But when it comes to this WWE Championship, those comparisons stop, Shinsuke. Hey, listen, I'm no different than you. I'm just like the WWE Universe. In fact, if you want to call me the everyman, I'm okay with that. That's until I step in this ring. When I step through these ropes and I stand right here in front of you guys, I am phenomenal.
I respect you. At WrestleMania, dream is coming true.
They gave him the most simplest of lines.
My dream,
Dreams come true.
need to face. And I will become champion.
Very split crowd.
Come on and fight!
Oh my god. Oh my god. I hate that fucking song. Yeah, very split crowd, man. I just wish that they gave them more dialogue. That was very, very, very uneventful. Very, very uneventful, man. So that's the way SmackDown Live opened up. Like I said, they could have done a lot better. I hope it gets a little bit more interesting. It's not going to take away from what these two guys are going to do on April 8th. Believe me, it's not. But I want something there where we can just kind of invest. Because we're going to invest in what these two guys are going to do and create on April 8th. But I want a reason for them to fight outside of Nakamura winning the Royal Rumble and us wanting this match just because they're two of the best in the world. There has to be some backstory. There is. WWE is just refusing to acknowledge it. And I don't like that. Moving on here, man. Styles did go against Rusev. Now, the night before at Fastlane, Rusev lost to Shinsuke Nakamura in a very good match. Very, very good match. Highly competitive. It makes me want to see Rusev more so in that type of situation. They put him against AJ Styles on this night. And again, Rusev did very well for himself. I could see Rusev challenging for a WWE Championship down the line. The guy is good enough. The guy is over enough. Now they're including Aiden English in this, and we're gonna get a mixture of, a combination of all four guys until we get to WrestleMania. We're gonna get Styles and Nakamura versus Rusev and Aiden English. We're gonna get Styles and Nakamura teaming up against, probably a Zayn or an Owens leading to WrestleMania, just to get them on the same team and on the same page. And then there's gonna be some issues or situations that one's going to get frustrated with the other. I see where this is going, and it's very, very typical of WWE. I don't like that Rusev and English are being used in this spot, ultimately setting them up without a WrestleMania spot. So they're pretty much being used right now to just have this Styles-Nakamura ship sail all the way till WrestleMania, and they're the ones that are going to be stranded. I don't like that at all, man. Rusev and Aiden English have been so over and so good at what they've done on SmackDown Live, and they're not going to get a prominent WrestleMania role? Come on, man. Got to do better than that. I don't like that they're being used as tools to further this feud along. But then you think about it, who else is there? And Rusev and English are over enough to do the job properly. So, it's a lose-lose situation here for these guys. The Bludgeon Brothers have added seriousness to the tag team division. And they certainly have, man. Gone are the pancakes. Gone is the dancing. Gone is the fucking trombone-wielding goon known as Xavier Woods. The Bludgeon Brothers single-handedly, after Fastlane, have tossed the pancakes and the trombones aside, and we have a serious tag team dilemma between three talented teams. That's all I asked for. That's all I've been asking for on SmackDown Live. That's all I've wanted, period, between the two brands. So Big E is without Xavier Woods and Kofi Kingston. They got injured, quote unquote, at Fastlane. Jimmy Uso lost Jay in the battle with that Bludgeon Brothers attack. So they came together, did Jimmy Uso and Big E, and they were going to tag up on SmackDown against the Bludgeon Brothers. And I like the intensity that Big E and Jimmy Uso showed right before they decided to come together and challenge Harper and Rowan on SmackDown Live.
Excuse me, Big E. The Bludgeon Brothers took out 2/3 of the New Day on Sunday. Something never done before. And now they're challenging whoever's left standing from their attack tonight.
Dasha, I wish I could tell you that we proved the Usos wrong and became your 5-time WWE World Tag Team Champions. Dasha, I wish I was here with Kofi and Woods thinking up some way to fill Corey Graves' rental car with pancake batter, but I'm not, because of the Bludgeon Brothers. You see, the Bludgeons didn't just take away our championship opportunity, no. They tried to destroy us. You see, Kofi and Woods, they'll be good, they'll be back, don't you worry, don't you fret. But as long as I have 2 working legs, as long as I am here standing, I will hold down my brothers. I will represent the New Day.
Man, Big E is really shining on his own, man. You put a microphone in front of him and you let him be as intense as he's been. I mean, it gives me a glimpse into what potential Big E has on his own. But again, like I said, with the attack on Sunday from the Bludgeon Brothers and this newfound intensity that's come out, Big E's always had that. He's always been a fun-loving guy, the pancakes and the dancing. But underneath that is a serious fucking ass kicker. This is the side of the New Day that I wish they would tap into more. I don't mind the goofiness in moderation, but I also want it to be mixed with that. If you have a mixture of what we've seen from the New Day with this, I would not be complaining as much. You can't be fun and jovial and fucking dancing and throwing pancakes around and cereal. You know, you can't do that all the time, every single week. It's going to get stale. This is a side I want to see, especially now going into WrestleMania, and especially with a team like Harper and Rowan who are all fucking business. There's no room for pancakes whatsoever, so I'm glad that they're giving Big E the outlet to be as intense as he is, and we know the Usos can get intense, so this is going to be something very intriguing, man. I'm very interested to see where they go with this. And if it ends up being a triple threat match, I'm going to eat my words on that, man. I really am. If you put those 3 teams in a barn burner of a match and just let them just go out there with no rules, no DQ, Texas Tornado, I think they could steal the show at WrestleMania, man. So Jimmy Uso, Big E teamed up together against Harper and Rowan. Jimmy Uso then comes on in and shares his sentiments on the attack from Fastlane.
Hey, you won't be standing alone, Us. You know, they got my brother too. And right before the Bludgeon Brothers got involved, the Usos and New Day were putting on another classic. And when our boys are all healthy, we'll tear it up again. Don't even trip about that, Us. We'll put that on pause, but right now, let's go take care of some business.
Oos, let's give him that work.
Oh, yeah.
Good stuff, man. It's good stuff. I like single-handedly how the Bludgeon Brothers just got thrown into this tag team mix. And we're finally getting competition over the titles. Who would have thought? Who would have thought 3 teams fighting over what should be important at all times is good television? Maybe we should start seeing more of that, man. Jinder Mahal. Do I need to explain to you how terrible Jinder Mahal really is? This guy is fucking terrible. Every segment he's in, everything that he touches is absolutely mind-numbingly boring. And the fact that he now owns, I don't know, Randy Orton can't beat this guy. It's like Jinder Mahal is Randy Orton's kryptonite. And I don't know why it's been booked that way. You know for a fact that this Mahal goon is gonna just gloat that, oh, well, I beat Randy Orton. Oh, I just beat Bobby Roode. And how did he beat Bobby Roode last night? by the same fucking token that he's done every single time, whether it's one Singh brother, two Singh brothers, the Singh brothers collectively, and then they get tossed out. There's some fucking form of a Singh brother interference in every fucking match. Every match. He won the same way against Bobby Roode last night. Now, you're probably thinking, well, this is going to get Jinder Mahal heel heat. After time and time and time and time again, ever since he won the title in May of 2017, this has been a recurring story with Jinder Mahal. Nobody takes him serious in anything he does at all. And that is not even the main reason. The main reason is Jinder Mahal, when it boils down to it, the guy fucking sucks. The guy can't wrestle. The guy adds nothing to any match that he's in. The guy is just not what I want to see as far as a professional wrestler. And on top of that, he's booked the same way every single time. Just like I said on my Monday Night Raw review, it is okay if you are a heel to win clean at times. Cheating to win every time is not going to get you, the proper heat that you want from the audience. Sometimes people are in tune with what they're watching, and if they see the same shit happening time and time and time again, they're not going to care. Nobody believes in Jinder Mahal just based on the fact of where he was before WWE started pushing him. And now he's going to be thrown into the U.S. Championship title picture at WrestleMania, seemingly in a triple threat match. I'm hoping WWE gives us a ladder match for the U.S. title. A match with Jinder Mahal, Bobby Roode, and Randy Orton at WrestleMania is fucking the cure for insomnia. I don't like Randy Orton as a babyface as is, but I enjoy what Randy Orton does in the ring. I don't enjoy Bobby Roode as a babyface, but I enjoy what Bobby Roode brings to the table in the ring. Jinder Mahal, I couldn't give a single fuck about him at all. That is not a championship match I want to see or that I'm interested in at WrestleMania. I would love if they add a Ty Dillinger or a Baron Corbin or somebody else, a Zack Ryder. Get me a six-man ladder match. At least make it unpredictable. I don't want to see Jinder Mahal and Randy Orton fighting over a title anymore. We've seen that. We're well past that. And WWE's giving it to us again with Bobby Roode involved. I don't want it. He is awful at everything he does. Oh, Jinder Mahal is a great heel. Oh, Jinder Mahal brought prestige to the title. You people are blithering fucking fools if you honestly believe any of those sentiments. He is terrible. Absolutely terrible. Charlotte. You guys know me for poking fun at the way Charlotte cuts a promo. You guys know that I'm not the biggest Charlotte advocate at all. But I will say this. Last night was the first time in a very long time that I actually enjoyed what Charlotte did as far as promo. She did what she did. She came out and she said what she had to say. And she said it the correct way. Charlotte came off as someone who is not only proud to be SmackDown Live champion for her women's division, but she embraced the challenge of Asuka. And she explained to Asuka that when Asuka's music hit, she didn't back away, she didn't cower, she didn't neglect, she didn't do any of those things. When Asuka's music hit at Fastlane, Charlotte only praised how excited she was and how she was looking forward to the match. Do you know what that does? Not only for Charlotte's character, who I really haven't enjoyed because Charlotte to me is pretending to be a babyface when deep down, Charlotte's a bitch. And Charlotte is more of a heel than anything else. You always watch Charlotte and you see that inner heel wanting to come out. I don't believe Charlotte is a babyface, but we have to fucking ride this wave that they're on. Charlotte came out and expressed how excited she was and how she was looking forward to Asuka. Do you know what that does? A, it makes Charlotte a credible champion. Just not based on the fact that she's a Flair, but the fact that she wants competition. And you know what that does to the fucking title? You have someone who's holding the title that wants to compete against the very best and wants to defend it at the biggest show of the year against the best in this company. That's what WrestleMania is about. Charlotte single-handedly did what she needed to do to bring prestige, or whatever prestige she could, to the title going into WrestleMania in New Orleans. That's exactly what I want a champion to do, and I commend WWE for doing that. Asuka did it on her own. She chose Charlotte. She said she wants the best. You have to be the woman, you have to beat the woman. And that's exactly what Asuka wants. She wants to fight the best champion. What does that say about Asuka's character? What does it say about Charlotte's character? That she wants the best challenge. She wants the toughest challenge going into WrestleMania. This is perfect. This is absolutely perfect. Where WWE goes from here, I don't know. I cringe at the thought of Road Dogg booking fucking Asuka on SmackDown Live. Can you imagine? This guy will probably book her to lose in her first full week as champion. But Charlotte came out, cut a great promo. She didn't sound overly robotic like we usually do here on SmackDown Live. No, she didn't say none of that or do any of that. But she came off as a proud champion who wants to fucking fight. And that's all I want from my champions. Enough of this cowardism, enough backing away, enough cheating. I want champions that represent the fucking title by going out there and wanting to fucking defend it. That's what Charlotte did, and Asuka is on the same page as Charlotte.
Welcome to SmackDown Live, and I guess they say, be careful what you wish for.
Thank you.
I have traveled around the world defending my title, and people always say two things. One, congratulations, Charlotte, and two, what would happen if you faced Asuka, who has beat everyone she's ever faced, and the woman who is untouchable? But what would happen if the Queen went one-on-one with the Empress of Tomorrow? Who would bow down? And I guess we're gonna get that answer to the question at WrestleMania. Iron sharpens iron, and when I sat at Royal Rumble, I watched you win, but I knew as a champion that I didn't get to pick who I was gonna face. But I wanted you to pick me. I wanted the opportunity.
Beautiful.
I wanted the challenge.
Beautiful.
I wanted to face you. So when your music hit on
That's
Sunday,
what we
I got
need
goosebumps
from champions,
because I knew
man.
it was gonna be a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity. But I've never faced anyone like you. But you have never faced anyone like me. So at WrestleMania, be careful what you wish for. Because I'm going to end your streak and cement my legacy.
I chose you because I like a challenge. You are the queen, but I am the empress. And Asuka bows to no one. Because no one is ready for Asuka.
Simple. Again, I don't know where they go from here. It's pretty much set. We got the foundation of why they want to fight each other. Where they go from here remains to be seen. We got 4 weeks to go before WrestleMania, but the way that Charlotte came off and the way Asuka has already presented herself as, listen, I want Charlotte and not Alexa Bliss. This is perfect, man. This is a perfect storyline between two baby faces. I appreciate a good heel when it's done right. But when WWE has a heel champion, they're booked the same way every single fucking time. And it gets repetitive and it gets boring. Just look at The Miz. I am tired of a champion that continues to hide behind stablemates. I'm tired of a champion that continues to run. I'm tired of a champion who doesn't really defend the title and brags about how great he is. He doesn't defend the title enough to say, I'm the greatest Intercontinental Champion of all time. You might have a great mouth, but that doesn't mean you're a great champion. I appreciate this feud. I'm looking forward to this. SmackDown with their WWE Championship, gonna be their Tag Team Championship and their Women's Championship. Their championship matches and everything except the United States Championship, unless it's a ladder match. Right now, the 3 championship matches that we could be getting from SmackDown Live are much better than what we're getting on Monday Night Raw. And I love it. The story might not be there, for SmackDown Live. They really haven't been, hitting their stride as far as television goes and quality of storylines. But WrestleMania and the end result for all of what we've seen, this is some great fucking shit, man. I'm excited to see these matches at WrestleMania. And I think SmackDown Live, compared to Raw as far as championship matches go for their respective brand, I think SmackDown Live has got Raw beat by a lot. I can't wait to see Asuka and Charlotte. It's one of the few things I'm genuinely excited for at WrestleMania. Excuse me. The attack on Shane McMahon. Shane McMahon comes out, makes a special WrestleMania announcement. He says that he is stepping away from his duties as SmackDown Live commissioner or general manager or whatever. He's stepping away. His duties, for whatever role he's in, gone. He doesn't want to be there anymore. He makes an announcement for Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn to go one-on-one at WrestleMania. And we kind of all predicted that's where they were going with this, because we kind of started to see Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens just go their own way. We started to see them break apart, the friendship, the buddies that we seen no more. And I knew Shane McMahon was going to try and put these guys in a situation where they would eventually get frustrated with one another, and then they would kind of turn their attention away from Shane and Daniel Bryan and concentrate more on their own. And that's why they threw them in the WWE Championship title picture. So Shane McMahon at Fastlane, again, screws over Kevin Owens. Inadvertent super kick. Sami Zayn moved out of the way. Kevin Owens inadvertently kicks Shane McMahon as he's sitting by ringside. Shane McMahon gets up. He pulls Kevin Owens out of the ring, possibly ruining Kevin Owens' shot at the WWE Championship. He does the same thing to Sami Zayn. So there is a dilemma there as Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens do not win the WWE Championship due to Shane McMahon. We follow this up on SmackDown Live. Sami Zayn is blaming Kevin Owens for him not being WWE Champion. Kevin Owens doesn't know why Sami Zayn is blaming him. Kevin Owens has said Sami has to get his priorities right. He's got to get his head straight. This is all because of Shane McMahon. So Shane McMahon makes this match at WrestleMania. Again, a match that could potentially steal the show. If you put those two guys in the ring for 20 minutes at WrestleMania, 20 minutes plus, they could potentially tear the fucking building down. And God knows it's a lifelong dream of them, being that they're, such lifelong friends, to be lifelong friends and be in each other's lives like they are outside of wrestling, and then be at WrestleMania in the ring together, sharing that moment together. That's got to be a special fucking moment for both Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens, man. God knows how they would feel about that. But with what happened last night, it looked like Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens are right back on the same page. It looked like Sami Zayn, just in the 11th hour, came to his senses. And they both attacked Shane McMahon in brutal fashion. You want to walk away? We're going to give you a fucking parting gift. They beat the shit out of Shane McMahon last night, and Shane McMahon made it look like the biggest fucking beating of his entire life. They put a steel chair around his neck. Sami Zayn threw him into the steel post, choking him with the steel chair as he went face first into the steel post. I would not take any amount of money to take that spot at all with that type of velocity. I will not. That spot looks absolutely fucked up. You couldn't pay me all the money in the world to take that spot. Shane took it. And then they beat the shit out of him. They dragged him to the back. Kevin Owens power bombed him on some loading tractor in the back on some steel. Shane McMahon fucking sounding like he's dying. They cart him off on a stretcher. I'm assuming this is going to take Shane out of commission for the time being, and Shane's going to make the match, or kind of revamp the match, Owens, Zayn, and Shane McMahon in a triple threat match. Now, I cannot be the only one who was hoping Daniel Bryan would come out and save the day. I know a lot of you watching last night, in the back of my mind, I know it's not going to happen, but in the back of my mind, I'm hoping Daniel Bryan was going to come out last night and save the day and just start fucking yes-kicking all over the place. I knew that wasn't going to happen. Does this present, being that Daniel Bryan is coming back next week, is he going to interject himself into this match? Is there still a sliver of hope that Daniel Bryan wrestles at WrestleMania? Did they strike a deal at the very last second for Daniel Bryan to team with Shane McMahon just to get his name on the marquee? Did they come to a deal with Daniel Bryan to get him on the ring apron so Daniel Bryan's there with Shane in his corner in his wrestling gear, full beard and all? I don't know. The hope is still there. Do I think it's going to happen? No. What I don't want WWE to do is have some random fucking wrestler come out of nowhere like Dolph Ziggler, team with Shane McMahon against Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens. We don't want that. Ziggler has nothing to do with this storyline, and Ziggler would just be there put in a position that makes absolutely no sense. And I don't want that. If you're going to finish this storyline up, you do it the right way with the people who are involved, without involving anybody else that has no business being there. That's what I want to have happen. If it's not Daniel Bryan, then don't give me anybody else, because Daniel Bryan is the only one who makes sense. But the beatdown of Shane McMahon last night was absolutely beautifully done. And that's exactly the intensity that we needed to see following everything that we've seen so far, because the WWE has kind of fizzled out on this. They've kind of gone away. You know, Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens have pretty much put Shane McMahon on the back burner, and vice versa. Their priorities came to the WWE Championship. So Shane McMahon interjected himself again, and Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn did exactly what they needed to do to let their frustrations out, and came off very, very well done. I'm hoping it is some sort of triple threat match with Shane involved. I'm hoping. And I'm hoping that we start to see Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens break away, because I want to see Sami Zayn on his own achieve great success as a heel. I don't want to see him feed off of Kevin Owens anymore. Kevin Owens, like I said, is already a made man. I want to see Sami Zayn go on his own. I want to see Sami Zayn compete for WWE Championships. I want to see Sami Zayn possibly turn into a great heel like we see Neville do. And I want to start seeing these two, being that they're at WrestleMania, that could be a premise for them breaking away on, just in itself. Nobody wants to lose at WrestleMania. I don't give a fuck if you're my friend or not. I'm going to win this match. I'm better than you. That's a foundation to break away Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens on itself. You put Shane McMahon involved in that, Shane doesn't want anybody winning. Shane wants to get revenge. Sami wants it. Kevin wants to prove that he's better than Sami. Sami wants to prove that he's better than Kevin. Shane is just there to get revenge. It makes sense. It makes sense. So I love the attack on Shane. And SmackDown Live, as far as the WWE Championship, the Tag Team Championship, the Women's Championship, and what we've seen with Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens last night, them being absolutely dick in their attitude and just all on assault, brutal with their attack. SmackDown Live in the major programs, I thought hit a home run last night. Could they be better? Do I have my concerns? Yes. But SmackDown Live, the way they're presenting their major championships at WrestleMania right now and what we're going to get, it's tough to argue that. It's pretty exciting stuff, no matter if the story there is lacking or not. So, I love it, man. I think it's very, very good stuff. It was a decent show that built to WrestleMania properly. We have 4 weeks to go. I'm wondering what WWE does from here. Again, I'm still concerned with the Styles Nakamura. How are they going to build towards that? What's their foundation for it? Same thing with Charlotte and Asuka. How many weeks can we hear Charlotte say, I chose you because I'm the champion and I want the challenge and I embrace the challenge, and Asuka saying the same thing? There has to be something more there. There has to be something more there. So as far as the show, man, AJ Styles beat Rusev by DQ. Aiden English got involved. Rusev tried to go for the accolade, but AJ grabs his legs. He reverses it to a calf crusher. Rusev then resists, gets to the rope. AJ pulls Rusev back into the middle of the ring for a calf crusher. Then Aiden English came into the ring for a DQ to save Rusev. At one point, AJ did give the Ushigoroshi to Rusev, which looked very, very impressive. And then he tried to do the Styles Clash, but he couldn't do it because it took all his strength to do that neck breaker, and he couldn't get the Styles Clash up on the much larger man in Rusev. So Nakamura then came to save AJ Styles after the match, and they take out Aiden English and Rusev together. Big E and Jimmy Uso versus the Bludgeon Brothers. The Bludgeon Brothers, man, dominated. Exactly what needed to be done. They dominated. They just punished Big E and Jimmy Uso, man. They drive Jimmy into the mat with their double crucifix powerbomb for the win. This is good stuff, man. I'm looking forward to it. I really am. The seriousness that the tag team division all of a sudden has turned to, it's what I love, man. It's what I want to see. Bludgeon Brothers are on a beautiful string of momentum, and I hope they get a major WrestleMania match on the main show and not the pre-show. Please. We don't need this to be on the pre-show. Save that for the Moolah Battle Royal and the Raw Women's Championship. Those are pre-show matches. This is not a pre-show match. What do we got here, man? We got Bobby Roode versus Jinder Mahal. Jinder, boring, as I told you guys. Randy Orton was on the outside watching from the announce desk. Jinder sent Roode to the floor, and then he goes for a Khallas. He rolls Jinder up for a 2 because Roode does, because he countered the Khallas. So Roode hits his spine buster. Sunil Singh gets on the ring apron and starts trash-talking Bobby Roode. Roode sends him into the ring post back first. Roode then goes up to the top. He gets crotched because he took his eye off Jinder Mahal. Jinder Mahal then hits the Khallas anyway for the pin. After the match, Jinder stands tall, but Randy Orton runs in like a wild man and gives an RKO to Jinder Mahal out of nowhere. Naomi versus Carmella. Carmella wins here, and you can see that WWE is prepping Carmella up for a possible cash-in. She got the pin at Fastlane. She got the win here over Naomi on SmackDown Live. Carmella ducked 2 kicks. Naomi with a big knee to the face. Naomi then went for a springboard, and Carmella cut her off, yanked her off the mat, and went for the quick pin for the win. And that was pretty much, the matches itself on SmackDown Live didn't do anything. It was more of the substance with the build for their top programs on SmackDown Live that were really what made SmackDown Live a watchable show. The matches that we got presented didn't do a goddamn thing, but SmackDown Live, like I said, built towards WrestleMania very nicely coming out of Week 1, and I hope it continues into Week 2, man. And that's your SmackDown Live review. There really isn't anything more for me to go over. It is what it is, man. You know, Raw obviously has more substance because it's a 3-hour show, and I hope that WWE does right with these feuds continuing on SmackDown Live. That's all I can ask for. If you guys want to see more content, please subscribe down below, man. Hit that thumbs up down below. Subscribe. Hit the bell for your notifications. You guys know the deal. Follow me on Twitter at JDFROMNY206. I'm going to take it easy today, man. There will be an NXT review tonight. I'm very excited to see what happens with NXT as we get closer to WrestleMania weekend. So I will be watching NXT tonight with a review tonight. So look forward to that. If you guys want to get your t-shirts, JT Club t-shirt is still on sale at teespring.com. I will have the newest They Do It for Roman t-shirt available hopefully by the end of the business day today on Barbershop Window. I'll let you guys know on Twitter. And if you guys missed anything else that I did, man, Monday Night Raw, Fastlane review, off the script last weekend, go check it all out. Links will be in the annotation in the top right corner, man. I'm JD. I'll see you guys for NXT tonight. Let me know what you thought of SmackDown Live, and I'll see you later tonight for the continued build for TakeOver New Orleans. I'll talk to you later.